Look at Jack. He wants to go outside with his shoey. Yeah. So I guess I'm going to let him out. I'll be right back. You want to go outside? Wow. I just made a 5-minute video that has got to be the scariest video I think I've ever made. And I'm not putting it up. It's scary. It was I had a few cocktails earlier today, and that could be a factor. I'm not sure, but I was talking about the films we used to watch in school, in elementary school, and this is probably before there was videotape. There was film, actual film that we would get to watch, and they were usually ancient films. Back in the 70s, we'd watch the 60s films and think, wow, the guy has a really narrow tie and stuff like that, and they were black and white or whatever. And I guess I'm going to do it again because I'm talking about it. But I, every once in a while, think about those days. And the teacher would put the film in the projector and turn it on, and it seemed like 90% of the time the films were not threaded properly, so the music was always and so on, and the teacher would have to stop the film and rethread it, and it would do it again, and then finally we would get it synced and watch this archaic film. Of course, when we were little, we thought 10 years earlier was like a million years ago, and stuff like that pops in your head every once in a while, and I have a camera, so lucky for you. Which led to, I'm gonna redo the whole damn thing, I think. I had a professor once who said the mind works by association. He would say that every day. How does the mind work? And we would say by association. And he would ramble on for 50 minutes. And somehow he was all over the place, but managed to, by the end of the hour, bring it back to make his point. And that's what I'm doing here, but I won't be back, just so you know. Growing up, we had an encyclopedia edition. And my dad said was fine for us to have. He wasn't going to get us a new set. We wanted one. It was kind of old, and which was a little problematic when doing book reports and stuff. Although we did live close to the library, and that was helpful in those times of need where we had to do a project that wasn't in the encyclopedia. And the problem with the encyclopedias was they were from 1948. And my dad said they were fine for him, they would be fine for us. Problem being, 1948 to 1973, a lot of stuff happened between then and then. That's what we had to use as guides, because we didn't have the internet to look up stuff like we do now. You guys, the younger people in school, you have it good. You got a computer. We had a typewriter that my dad had that was from the 60s, if we had to type a paper. And I was never a good typist, so there's nothing more infuriating than being, almost to the end of the page and completely screw up a sentence or something. And good times to have to start over and retype the whole thing. So, I think I'm going to just stop talking, and end the video, and I don't know if I'll even post this one because it's not really much better than the one before, although fewer sound effects. So.